This is the Heritage Purevision 5 Wide, which I will admit means that its code is a HPV 5W, which I will admit is not ideal. However, things are not that simple. These stoves come with a relative explosion of options. Obviously this is the 5W and they do the 5, but then you have different door designs. They even still do a canopy version, which is something that was all but lost from the whole range of stoves, well, from all stoves. You've got log store options, which obviously I'm a fan of as well. This stove also has a rather creative baffle design, which initially I wasn't sure about, but of course, Purevision is known for their creative baffle designs, some of them being active baffles, and basically the question always comes down to the same thing. These stoves have all these clever baffles, and will they stand the test of time? What I will say is that active baffle seems to be quite well received out there, and this hybrid prism baffle. Okay, let's light it. And it's business as usual. You can obviously do it with coal-based fuel, or you can do it with wood. We're going to do it with wood today. But I have been playing with coal in here, and it works very well. At this point, vent all the way out, and the lower air all the way to the left. And yeah, let's see how we get on. Well, that is the stove up to temperature very, very quickly, really, really easy. There's so much air that's capable of flowing through this, so it's a well-deserved 9 out of 10 for lighting. All Purevision stoves also come with some very smart gloves, which is lovely. They have this, basically all stoves that come in from China have these very odd pots of touch-up paint, and this has the same. But I'm not sure why or when you'd ever use it. But you also get your main tool, which takes the ash pan in and out. It does also latch in with the main control and the riddling arm, which is very good. This handle, what I found, it does get hot, but strangely, I can use that even when the stove's been at operating temperature for some time. So this is obviously a very hot stove, and yet that handle is cool enough all the time for me to operate. I quite like that. This stove is DEFRA approved, eco design, and runs at over 80% efficiency. It's also a very key thing for something called Purevision. It runs very clean on the glass. We've got a little black spot there in the middle. I think that's where something fell against the glass, but as a general rule, you'll have to trust me on this. Very, very clean. You can also run this overnight with just wood, and obviously it being a full riddling grate, it runs overnight with coal as well, so huge amounts of flexibility. If you lean a bit more pressure on it, I've obviously been being naughty with it for a couple of weeks, doing all sorts of silly things, and as you can see here, this is us just cleaning the glass off after all that time. So it is possible to cause a little bit of clouding, but you know, we've put this through a lot of stuff, and you know, that's the worst that it got. So yeah, easily an 8 out of 10 for clean. Maybe it's 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. Okay, controls and build. Well, we'll start with the build because we've got nice thick steel, and we've got this big cast iron door bolted on the front, and I know they've got lots of different versions, but they all basically work the same way and have the same sort of construction. We've got a certain amount of convection going on with this stove, which is making it more and more effective at heating. Convection is just like a stove within a stove, so you've got a sort of outer casing, so air can start convecting up through and creating a bit of stir in the room. We've got a big steel log retainer as well, and we've got these ceramic brick linings. The things I'm not sure about are the ceramic brick linings, of course, going to be a bit more expensive to replace, The grate is actually bolted in place, and of course over time things are going to seize and be a little bit more of a pain to get in and out. And obviously the baffle still slightly baffles me. It almost could even look a little bit messy in there, but the flip side is it works so well. We've got a staple handle, as I've mentioned. We've got a tool which latches onto these things, but a riddling grate. We've got lower air for when we're burning coal, and we've got this fantastic main control, which actually, if I reload it now, we can look at spillage, because Purevisions are known for behaving very well with spillage. And this one is no different. So the hybrid baffle system strikes again. You know, might look a bit messy, but it's doing, you know, the job of a baffle, directing heat forward and not letting heat up the chimney and making it efficient. It's doing that job really well. It's just a shame it looks ugly. But then we get to the control, which, as you saw at the start, is exceptional. And just feather it back, perfect waving flames, flipping heck. There's a lot I'm weighing up here, but 7.5 or 8. We test fuel economy by getting the stove up to operating temperature and then closing it right down to the base of operating temperature to try and eke it out on a net of logs for as long as possible. This one ran for 10 hours, which was a really good score. On well, in addition to that, it drives its heat out really effectively, and it's not needing to use a lot of fuel, so really good from that point of view. On the flip side, it's not necessarily the cheapest stove. We've got lots of internal components like ceramic bricks that cost a little bit more to run, but I mean, it all pales into insignificance when you can do this or that. It's a 7.5 out of 10. Well, I've mentioned some things that aren't perfect, but to be fair, nothing is. And to be fair, also, everything about how this thing works is banging. Great, convenient, works really well. The control is phenomenal. The staple handle is brilliant. I mean, does it stay clean? Yes. Is it super controllable? Yes. Is there loads of heat? You'll have to take my word for it, but yes. Long burn times? No doubt, it runs overnight. Big glass that stays clean? Yes, 100%. Customizable look even. You can make it whatever you want. Do I like it? Yes. But who should get one? Well, I think it's somebody who has a chimney sweep, so they're not worrying about the general servicing, and that's probably most of us. Somebody who perhaps likes the look of a Clearview but wants something with all the right ticks in the right boxes. What do I have to complain about? This thing works superbly well. Everything about it does a brilliant job. If you were ever lucky enough to have one of those Volkswagen buses, like, firstly, it's a spectacular thing, but you're going to have ongoing costs, you're going to have its service, you're going to have maintenance, whatever. That doesn't matter. The reason we want it still is because what it does for us. And this, like the VW bus, does it all. It can look how you want. You can burn any fuel on it. It's super controllable. It has a staple handle. Different door design, canopy version. You've got log store options. There's so much air that's capable of flowing through this. DEFRA approved, eco design. Run this overnight with just wood. It runs overnight with coal. Nice thick steel, convection. It really doesn't matter.